E, A, and B seventh. E, A seventh and B seventh. Alright, three really important chords in blues, rock and roll, or whatever. So I thought today we'd do something pretty straightforward, pretty simple. I actually saw this being played on the internet about 10 years ago by some guy. I don't know who it was, or otherwise I'd credit him for it, but I sort of remember what he did. Maybe it's still out there somewhere, I don't know. But it's like an easy blues picking in E. Alright, so I've tabbed it out, and you can find that on the link below. And it sort of goes like this. Now I embellished it a little bit towards the end there, but you know, it's pretty straightforward and pretty easy. So I'm going to teach you how to play this now. All right, so all you're going to do, it's really going back to the beginning of blues. You imagine that, you know, those old guys used to sit on the porch, you know, with the dog there, maybe whatever, a jug of lemonade, you know. But this is what it's all about. So the first chord is E. Now we're going to count it like this. It's a shuffle. We're going to count it like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so on. All right, and your thumb is going to play. If I'm playing on the chord of E, your thumb is going to strike the E string as the bass note. So, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and if I'm playing the chord A seventh, it's going to play the bass note of A. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And if I'm playing B seventh, which is the only other chord in it, I would still strike the fifth string, but at the second fret, of course, when it's playing B seventh, it's the note B now. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So that's what the thumb is going to do, all right? So 50% of the hand movement we've sorted out. So I want you to just rest your thumb on the bass string for now. Just leave it there and play the chord E, because the important bit we've got to get right is the melody. And the melody begins on the third string with a half beat before beat 1. So, and you're going to bring this finger off and go and 1. Okay, see that I'm just using the first finger? And open 1 when it's back on the third string of the first fret. And you must leave it there then. The temptation will be to bring that off as you're doing all the other bits. Well, don't, because it'll sound bloody awful. All right, so and 1. With the same finger, now come to the second string, play it open, and then put your little finger on the second string of the second fret, and that's the and 2. So we've got this and 1 and 2. Bring it off your little finger, and 3, and on beat 3 put it into the third fret. Okay, so we've got this and 1 and 2 and 3, and then for the last one and 4 we go back into the second fret again. Okay, so I'll play that again slowly. Can you see this? And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Repeat that again. And 1 and 2 and 3 and, but the and before the 4 we will just strike the first string, and that will be the end of the melody notes. Okay, I'll do that again. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Now, the tricky bit is putting the thumb in with that melody. So don't forget your thumb only plays on the 1s, the 2s, the 3s and the 4s. So we've got to do this. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and there's that fourth beat on the thumb. Okay, and we do that twice. Ding dong. good. Now that we've done that, we're going to move down to our A7th, but we're going to bring fingers 1 and 2 down like this. Okay, I want that finger there, and I want this finger here. All right, and eventually this finger's going to go onto there, but it's important this one stays here. So your thumbs move down, leave it there for a minute. Let's look at the melody on the A7th chord. So we started off like this finger, it's like a blue note, hence the name of my little school, and 1. So on the second string, and 1, and now onto the first string now for the and 2, which is an open first string, and then your little finger onto the first string of the second fret. I'll do that again, and 1, and 2, and 3. See the way it was open and then into the third fret? I'll do that again, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, goes back to the second fret. Start it again for the second bar, and 1, and 2, and 3, and then the and before the fourth beat drops into the second fret again. I'll play that. Once you've got the melody in your head, you'll get this. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Start again. 1, and 2, and 3, and. We'll add that now to the bass note, which will be on the 5th string. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and there's that fourth beat. Okay? And then we go back to the E. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Okay? So we've got this up to now. Twice round on the E. To the A. Back to the E. Now B7th. Now you don't have to do anything on the B7 other than follow the tab, which is 5, 1, 5, 3, 5 and 2, 1, 5. Okay, 5, 1, 5, 3, 5 and 2, 1, 5. Dum, ba, dum, da, dum, ba, bum. Back to the A for the latter half of it, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. We just do that much on the A. I'll do that again from the B7. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. And then for the and 1 of the next E, we're just going to do it like that. Play the open E, and then an E major, and 1. Don't worry if you catch the 5th and the 4th. You're covered with the E shape. Let me do that from the B7th again. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. And what happens after that? We will go to the 4th fret with these two fingers, 2 and 3, and we'll say it like this. We've just done the first beat here, and 1, 2, just playing 3, and I'll show you what to do first, and I'll sit it onto the bar. Fingers 2 and 3 on strings 3 and 1 at the 4th fret. Then at the 3rd fret, then at the 2nd fret, okay, and then E major, 4 and 1, and then off, and then to the B7th, 5 and 1, and then an up down. I'll do that again from the 4th fret, 3rd fret, 2nd fret, E major, 4 and 1, take your fingers off, 4 and 1 again, B7th, 5 and 1, and then a little flick up and down. And it'll sound like this. Bam, 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 da da. Bam, 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 da dum, da da. Now, this is that bit down here. I'll show you how that sits on the bar. So from the E, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and then start again. Now when you've done that and you get to that, you've done it a couple of times and you think, and you see that your audience are thinking, yeah, well, I really must be off. You know, how do we end it? So easiest way is to just go, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and nice E7th. Or if you're a smart aleck, you could do playing an F9 and an E9. Just do this E7th, it's much easier. So let me play through in its entirety before we finish, okay? The other bits, incidentally, if I get people saying, oh, how do you do the other parts, how do you do the other parts, then I will do another tutorial with them. But I'm not going to let this thing go on too long now. So what I will do, though, is I'm going to start with the end bit. I'm going to start with that little intro, okay? Because on your tab, it shows you starting like this. But I'm going to start at the end and work my way back. All right, so... Now, instead of going and one, I'm playing these two notes all the time. You'll see me going, and I'm using a hammer. And I might do some slidey things. Instead of going straight to the 3, I'll do a slide to it. Okay, listen, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you've enjoyed that little insight into some easy blues picking. As I say, there's a guy on the internet did it, and he did it really well. I think he was sitting around a fire. I've tried to find it, so I would have credited him for it. Whether he wrote it or not, I don't know, because it's just 12-bar blues. It's everybody's really. But have a look out for it. Don't forget, you've got the tab for this and your main shapes below here on the link. So download that, and that will help you to get through it. I hope you've enjoyed it. The reason I'm doing this is because eventually I want to do some stuff like this. All that sort of stuff, where it's, you know, it's quite tricky, that one, but I'd like to take it in that direction, you know. That's called Ragtime Boy. I did that early on. Look at some of my very early videos. Do you see that? I think on my 100th video, I'm going to do that as a tutorial. Okay, so that's about 4 away, so look out for that one. But if you get this done, you'll be able to have a go at that, because you'll have the thumb finger coordination on the go, so that'll be good. Right, must go. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you soon. Bye bye.